Hi, I'm Mrs. Miller. Don't forget to stop by and see us in the front office. Today I'm reading chapter 18 from Caterpillar Summer. The next morning, Cat and Macon fished for hours and released them all. She was barely in the door when Chicken ran into her, almost knocking her down. Chicken, what's going on? He hoisted a large envelope in the air. Mama's practice book came. Oh, it did? How exciting. Did you look at it already? He shook his head. He insisted on waiting for you, said Lily. We always look at them together, said Cat. But I'm Sandy from digging on the beach. Can you wait for me to get washed off? I will be right back down. His eyes narrowed. How many minutes? 8? His eyes got narrower. Okay, 5? 3? He nodded and eyed the kitchen clock. Pat raced upstairs, knowing he would hold her to the time limit. She was actually excited to see this one. Mom hadn't shown her much of it, but she remembered that it was something about hats. When she came back downstairs, Chicken was sitting crisscross by the living room window. She sat next to him on the floor and pulled the review copy of Mom's new book out of the envelope. Chicken and Caterpillar were on the front cover. The best hat, read Chicken. Do you want to read it, or should I? Asked Cat. You do it, he said, squishing up next to her. The story began with Cat and Chicken on a bus heading to a hat store where a big sale was taking place. After the first page, she stopped in surprise. When she read the title, she assumed it would be Chicken who would get the best hat. But she was wrong. It was Caterpillar who had saved her money and couldn't wait to pick out the perfect hat. She looked adorable holding her tiny pocketbook. Finally, Caterpillar was going to do something for herself instead of saving the day for someone else. Caterpillar tried on a bunch of different hats. Finally, she decided on a funny one with long chin straps. The drawing of Caterpillar beaming in her new hat made Cat grin. The hat looked like one Cat had in 4th grade. But then Chicken showed up at the hat shop. He looked at Caterpillar, who was wearing her new hat. It's a nice hat, he said, but Cat frowned. But my beak is cold. Caterpillar, this book is so funny, he gasped. Yeah, funny. Cat pushed it aside. Chicken picked it up. Can we read it again? Um, why don't you read it to me this time? He took the pages and started reading out loud. Cat lowered herself to the floor and lay down next to Chicken. He put his fingers in her hair. She closed her eyes as she listened to him read. Suddenly, he shook her shoulder. Are you awake? Yeah, just thinking. You can't see the pictures if your eyes are closed, he pointed out. She opened her eyes. I remember what they look like. Well, don't you like Mama's book? Chicken sounded impatient. I feel bad for Caterpillar. Chicken held up the book. There aren't any cookies, no symbols. Cat rubbed her eyes and stretched. She was tired. Maybe she'd had too much sun. Don't worry, Chicken. I think it's a great book. "I'm not worried," said Chicken. "When Chicken is happy, Caterpillar is happy. Chicken's job is being happy, and Caterpillar's job is making him happy." This was exactly what Cat was afraid of. She hoped Mom didn't see her as someone who existed just to make Chicken happy. She had her own thoughts, her own ideas, her own things she liked that had nothing to do with Chicken. "You know it's a book, right?" Cat asked. "It's a made-up story." Chicken ignored her. "Lily, do you want to hear Mama's book?" "I did," said Lily, looking up from her papers. "I want to show it to Macon." He went upstairs. "It's a book, just a book." Cat kept telling herself that, hoping it would start to seem like the truth.